What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. Let's talk about it. The truth behind the beef between Puffy and the Lox. Now, when Puff got brought the Lox, the Warlocks rather, when they was with Mary J, they were just hard dudes that could spit from Yonkers. And they was tied with DMX, and they was like, look, we got to get these dudes on the scene. But the Lox was brought there by Mary J. Blige. They gave their tape to Mary. They was serious. They was hungry. So they were the Warlocks, and he's like, man, let me just call them the Lox. Let's just cut the war off of it and just say the Lox. So that became the new thing. Like, all right, cool. There it is, the Warlocks. So, anyway, Warlocks is gone. They're now the Lox. They come out and make one of the most memorable introductions ever when they brought in Mace. They had a whole new array of talent of MCs to surround Big. And Big was going to be the focal point, but they were going to make all this money off these new artists. Like Big told Puff, like, man, get all the money you can off these dudes, man, because ain't no guarantee they gonna love you tomorrow. So it was true, man. All these guys have basically, publishing deals where half of their publishing, if not all of it, belong to Bad Boy. Sean Puffy Combs and Bad Boy own the publishing rights, which is pretty much standard with any other record company in the world. It's nothing really different. Sometimes they take all your publishing. But they can't just take it. You have to sign it away. That's how publishing works. You have to give the okay to say, all right, you coming in on some of my publishing, or I'm cutting you in on it. And because that's where the value is in the artist. So if the record label is going to put up all this money for you to endorse you, then there's something you got to kick back in, and mostly it's your publishing. Now, I don't know how the Lox contract is structured or how it was, but looking at overall contracts, it was probably not in their best interest to sign a contract that enabled that much publishing right off the bat. But anyhow, Big and them rapping with Biggie and getting on mixtapes and remix. And at this time, Bad Boy was the number one record label right next to Death Row coming up. So they was already blossoming. They were blooming. They got R&B on lock and they got rap. But Death Row was pretty much mainly known for their rap. They had the R&B market on lock. So now, enter the situation. And when I mean the situation, I'm talking about the Big passing away. Now that Big didn't pass, everybody's career now is like, whoa, we just got to go on our own strength now. So Mace ended up being the leader of the new movement that they had going. So everything was revolving around Mace. So when they were doing the shiny suits and all this new image, and that was Puff's idea. Puff had the idea we need to get with the shiny image and the big money explosive videos with the confetti flying and all this stuff. Being flashy was in at that time. So when them doing the videos for a Big song like Money Power, they did Money Power Respect for their album that came out, which was basically a continuation of Mace and what they had in that scenario, and they sitting over there in the shiny suits. And that album, though it wasn't outstanding, it was better than probably a lot of projects they put out. I mean, they put out a lot of street stuff, But street stuff ain't what finna make people buy your records. With Diddy, they had about 2 or 3 anthems on there that were radio songs. I haven't heard The Lox on radio and I don't know how long. And this is going back to that. Money, Power, Respect was probably it. And they had Lil' Kim on there. So they got a platinum album, or it sold 800,000 or whatever at its time. The Lox had never sold anything close to that since. But when the pay came out, they looking like, all right, we finna be paid. Then they go home and they started like, man, y'all done sold out. I'm looking at y'all in shiny suits. They let the hood get in their ear and start telling them what's what. You let a bunch of broke people who sitting at home telling you what you look like. Man, you look like a sucker out there dancing around. A linebacker in a shiny suit. Suckers. Yeah, nobody, Ryan, don't come over here with that tough guy. We already seen what you do. Bad, 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 bad boy. Yeah, make me feel so good. Shiny suit wearing, So, when they get hit with all that, everybody like, man, it's not us, man, it's Puff, man. He ruining our image. We're gonna lose our fan base. Man, we don't lose our fan base, we ain't nothing. Man, we want out. So at this time, they went telling Mary, like, man, see it, Puff, man, we want to make the album, we want to tell them we want to do a mixtape. And Puff like, you can do a mixtape all you want. But I ain't finna put out no album with just no hard stuff. Like, that don't sell no records. We in the business of selling records. So he was like, look, man, if you ain't gonna do that, let us go. And we need to be out there. We need to go. Let the Lox go. He said, Puff was, all right, man, look, we'll see what we can work out. Puff was trying to keep him. Then they started this whole campaign of Let the Lox Go. Let the Lox Go. They had the t-shirts. Let the Lox Go campaign. So he's like, alright, you know what? I ain't making no money off these mugs anyway, man. Let me let these dudes out their contract. But Puff still got the publishing. Like, I still got half of the publishing, so I'm good. Now, you look at all the money he done spent putting y'all on. Now, he's letting y'all go, breaking the contract that you guys signed. He let y'all go when he didn't have to do that. Now, he owns 50% of the publishing as part of the agreement. It's definitely there. You guys definitely signed it. So you guys were released. Kept making songs. Kept putting out records. And it's his fault that he has all your publishing? So years down the road, you guys are doing your D blocks and everything else, and everybody knew what the situation was with their publishing. They knew Puff had owned 50% of it, and they still was doing their thing, but they weren't having the type of success they thought they were going to have, and then they ran on hard times. And when everybody's living situations become like dire, they go on radio and start just blabbing and causing problems. Like, Puff was the one holding them back. Only when things go bad do people even react like that. Then you heard the radio interview from 6 years ago when they decided that it was in everybody's best interest if they were just to work it out, and they on that radio blasting Puff again, and Puff just got tired of it, you know, just like anybody else would. So if you see people get trash you over and over again, you get tired.
Hey, yo, check this out, man. The last time y'all did this, man, y'all did the whole campaign, Let The Lox Go and all that. Y'all ain't want to be down with Bad Boy, so we let y'all go. Y'all want to be down with us, we let y'all go, we keep it moving. But to get on there and portray like somebody got to go and steal and rob and be shysting y'all, that ain't really correct, you know what I'm saying? And first of all, I'm at my office right now. I'm always accessible. Y'all ain't got to get on the radio and do certain tactics and do certain things to ever holler at me. Jadakiss, last time I saw you, I told you, let's get together, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? I told you I'm accessible. I said if anything don't come, if there's somebody standing in the way for you expressing yourself, if any of y'all expressing yourself, y'all can come get at me directly. You know what I'm saying? All that throwing the refrigerator and you going to kill, y'all ain't killing nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? We businessmen. We all mature adults here. All that right there, I'm at my office. Y'all can sit on this interview with her and talk as long as y'all want to talk about it. Or you can take the invitation I gave you before. But it's not even getting there because of you get on the radio, whatever tactics. I ain't your enemy.
Dog, we just
need to bang like that on cats that's coming at you. I ain't your enemy.
Just yesterday we got a note from your office saying you don't have no idea of none of this or nothing.
Just yesterday, your lawyer told us that.
I see you at the show backstage. You said find out what it was.
But don't sit here and portray like Puff took nothing from y'all.
What is it? What is it? What do you call it? What do you call it? And don't say we can come in your office or do none of that, because we can't do none of that. We can't handle it no other way but with lawyers, and you know that, so don't get on the radio and act like a tough guy or none of that.
You know how we can settle?
You acting tough.
I'm in my office. So why don't we stop talking on the radio?
Now, you want people to stop talking because you just don't want to know the truth, dog. We made one record with you. Money, Power, Respect. It's 10 years later, and you still got half of our publishing. Now, there's no way you can make it justifiable that you deserve half of our publishing.
To my face, you just at the concert. You ain't saying nothing.
What are we going to do? Saying it to your face get sued? What do you want us to do? We can't touch. We can't be violent or none of that. We can't even have.
You saying all this, dog? 2 years ago, Levels in Miami.
You saying this for nothing,
recognize real. Y'all know where the office is at? There's a big sign on it. I'm gonna be there.
The whole National Guard's downstairs too. Cut it out, man. We can't talk.
I'm a grown ass man.
You're a coward.
And I don't take nothing.
You're a thief,
You're a coward.
Don't say you're a thief.
Okay.
You're a thief.
Come to the office, man. Come to the office so we can straighten it out there.
Yo, how we guys you don't even mess with. You had your Ace publishing. You won't let his publishing go.
I'm at the office.
You won't let your man's publishing go.
In front of New York. That's the way you want.
Do you own your man's publishing, dog?
Nothing to y'all, man.
Do you own your man's publishing?
New York could believe it or whatever.
Do you own your man's publishing?
I can sleep good at night. I ain't never seen none of y'all. And if y'all ever want
to, you had a whole bunch of artists that
Puffy.
Dog, you had a bunch of artists whose careers never went right with you, dog. Be for real, dog. Look at the list. Look at your list.
We don't want to be violent.
You the artist that did best for yourself. Look at your list, dog. Look at all the artists you dealt with. Look at the situation they dealt with. You know, 12 not happy with you gone. 8 not happy with you gone. We not happy with you gone.
Wow. All right, he hung up. He's gone. He's
Shine chill. Wow.
So basically, that's that. You know, a few days, I'll say. A few days later, they had a talk. Then they got everything situated over the phone, and the Lox realized that they were being stupid on the radio show, and it was actually a miscommunication between the two lawyers and what was being said, and that's why he said, "Let's just cut out the middleman and let's actually talk." And they came. He brought their lawyers, the Lox. Puff had his lawyers there, and Puff gave them back their publishing. He didn't have to do any of that. Legally, it was his. But he said, you know what? I'm tired of hearing the Lox story. You know, like how the Lox got Puffy robbed the Lox. Like, dude, I'm not really making any money off of you. So you want your publishing? Here you go. I'm done with it. You know, like Puff is good. It's not like he became a multi-millionaire off the Lox. What have the Lox done since they left Bad Boy? Failed projects after failed project. Styles P had the hit song I Get High, but other than that, his album was basically a bunch of skits. And they great hood rappers. They good for the hood. But the hood ain't gonna buy your records. That's been proven. For many years, the hood don't buy nothing. The hood will buy one, sell 2-3 copies, bootleg it through everywhere else, and make their little money off of it, and that's it. Then you got Jadakiss, yo, daddy, we can't come to your office. You got the National Guards out there. You know that. What good is talking to you's gonna do? You got all the goons out there. So, Styles P, who don't have any business acumen whatsoever, all he know is my money low, I gotta act out. So now I'm gonna act out so I can get something. You know, and that's all they know. But when they was rolling, when they had all the money coming in, when they got their release and signed their deals, and then they had We Are the Streets, and they came out with D Block. You guys owned all the publishing in the D Block. What happened with that? Yet again, it's all Puffy's fault. Y'all did one record with him. Like y'all said, y'all did one record. And that was how many years ago? Over 20 years ago? And he's supposed to be responsible for what happened to the Lox? The publishing deal is the reason why y'all didn't blow? It's like, stop it. You sound ridiculous. You sound utterly ridiculous. So, in the end, the Lox got what they wanted. They're out. And this was back in 2009. That's 2009. What have you heard from the Lox since 2009? They got their publishing. And congratulations on that. But what have they done? Exactly. I'm out.